question. Do you guys want something small and light or big and heavy? Are you sure? Let's see if I have a giraffe or something here. Let's see. Big and heavy. Alright, so I have an animal that's pretty big. It's pretty heavy. It comes from Central and South America. For the most part, it can eat most other animals. It can eat things like birds, reptiles, amphibians. In some countries, like Venezuela and Colombia, they're known as tragavenados, which means deer swallower. So they can swallow white-tailed deer whole. Now this animal's name is Red. Everyone say hi, Red. Hi, Red. And here's Red. Yay. Everyone's favorite. Nobody's running yet. Cool. Alright, so this right here is a red-tailed boa or a boa constrictor. A lot of people confuse these guys for pythons, but the difference is very simple. Pythons come from the old world, so Australia, Africa, Asia, places like that, where the boas come from the new world, so the Americas for the most part. Now, pythons lay eggs, and boas have live birth. So again, they have eggs that stay inside the body, they hatch inside the body, and after that they give birth to live babies. The reason for that is pretty much evolution. If you think about it, if a predator comes around and tries to eat a mama python, and the python gets away, she gets away, but she has to leave all her eggs behind. Those eggs will most likely get eaten. Now, if a predator comes after a mama boa, and the boa gets away, she gets away with all the eggs still inside her. So she can save herself and up to 50 babies at a time. Now, as you guys can see, the tongue is going to be sticking in and out. Does anybody know what they're doing with that? Smelling, tasting, sensing the air, all those things will be correct. So inside the mouth, they have an organ that you and I do not have. It sends out the tongue to pick up particles in the air multiple times, goes inside the mouth again, touches the organ, and the organ tells the snake about its surroundings. It tells them whether something's hot or cold. It tells them whether something's dead or alive. It tells them whether something's a prey, a predator, or a friend. So right now that it's smelling me, what do you guys think it smells me as? A prey, a predator, or a friend? Friend! Hopefully a friend, right? Hopefully a friend. So yeah, it thinks of me as a friend. It understands that I feed it. It understands I'm not food. And it understands that I'm not trying to eat it, all by experience. Now, if you guys see a snake in the wild, what do you guys think it smells you as? A prey, a predator, or a friend? Predator. A predator. And I'll show you guys what that is. I'm going to put Red here on the floor. If it gets too far, one of you guys can grab her, okay? You'll be fine. Alright, so let's imagine this is a wild snake, right? Imagine the things that will eat a snake in the wild. For example, a bird of prey will fly right in, grab it by its back, fly away with it. A jaguar gets on top of a tree, finds the head and the neck, and lands exactly where that is. Everything that eats a snake comes from above. Now they're very long, they're just not very tall. So when a human approaches, you're going to approach from above. That's predatory behavior. At that point, a non-venomous snake like Red here is going to lift their head above ground just like this. What they're doing is trying to make themselves a little bit taller. They're going to hiss at you to let you know, hey, back up, leave me alone. Then if you don't back up, you approach it, try to grab it or kill it, this snake is going to defend itself, and of course it's going to try and bite you. If you back up and leave it alone, this snake goes back down, and you will be completely fine. Now, venomous snakes have many ways to let you know to back up. A rattlesnake, for example, will rattle its tail, right? Make a lot of noise. Now, they do not use that rattle against prey items, for example, a rabbit, because then they can lose their food. They only use that tail when the snake itself is scared. So they're going to rattle and let you know, back up, leave me alone. And again, you try to approach it, grab it and kill it, that snake is going to defend itself. Now, 90% of people that get hurt by a venomous snake get hurt above the waist. 90% of people that get hurt by a venomous snake are also between the ages of 16 and 35, obviously males, right? There's one more, under the influence of alcohol. So when the guys are drinking with the boys, stay with the boys, leave the snakes alone, and you'll be completely fine. Now I'm gonna grab Red one more time, show you guys a couple cool features right near the face that you guys might not notice normally. So right in front, they do have nostrils to smell with. Will be those two holes right there in front. You guys can see the eyeballs right here. The coloration of the face goes into the eyeballs. It makes it really hard for you to find the pupils. By the time you find the pupil, or a prey item finds the pupil, they're already being eaten. Now these guys do not have eyelids, so they cannot close their eyes. Their eyes are always open, but they have a scale over their eyes that protects it from any debris that would touch the eyeballs. Now last thing is that these guys do not have ears, so they cannot hear any high frequency sounds. They hear only low frequency sounds, for example, steps. As you step around, you cause vibrations on the floor. Those vibrations will hit a bone inside their skull, and that's all they get to hear. Right now, as I talk, I cause vibrations as I talk through my neck. It feels it through its body, and that's all they get to feel for the most part. It's almost like whenever you go to a concert and someone's playing a bass. You know how you can hear the bass and also feel the vibrations of the bass on your body? Imagine those vibrations without the actual sound. That's all these guys get to hear for the most part. Okay, I'll stay right here. Alright, that's all I have here for Red. Everyone say bye, Red. Let's bring out the third and last animal.